Hey, fellas. It's a wonderful Thursday afternoon. Game's about to get started. Last week, I don't know what to say. I mean, the Texans won. Good for my boys getting their first victory. I won. Not only did I win, but I dominated. I'm talking about kill this dude, bro. I killed him. But anyway, anytime you play a divisional rival, you want to win. You want to win those games, not only for the tiebreakers, but you want to win big just in case it comes down to points for later on down the line. But, I just wanted to, we were in week 4, Fantasy Football Pride League, week 4. Man, it was just a month ago. We were just anxious for some football, just to see how we were going to be doing. I'm satisfied. I hope the rest of you guys are satisfied with how your teams are doing. But to see how that is, let's recap last week. Last week, I had myself playing the classy strippers. I picked myself to win that game, and boy was I right. Not only did I score over 200, I lapped. I lapped those classy strippers. Classy Strippers scored a mediocre 113 and a half points. That wouldn't have been enough to get a win damn near anywhere. I mean, he had 2 goose eggs from Terrence Williams, Tyler Eifert. I mean, Golden Tate, your flex, outscored both your tight end and wide receiver combined. I mean, Pierre Garcon, last minute addition with 11 points. You know, you put together what you could. Technically, I thought you were going to get less than 100, but somehow you came up and got more than that. But on the other side of the fence, we got Joseph Randall. Oh my God, 3 TDs. Get you some. Keenan Allen, so explosive in that San Diego offense, and only gonna get less double teams, less over the top coverage when Antonio Gates gets back. Get you some. But Aaron Rodgers, the highlight of the week. I mean, just torch Kansas City. And it felt extra good to watch Kansas City fall to my MVP, Aaron Rodgers. The Cardinals D, we don't want to overlook that. Defense wins championships, and the Cardinals are going to ride me all the way to the championship. They've got 4 touchdowns in the past 2 games. Steven Gostkowski kicking up a storm. People like, no, stay away from Gostkowski. All he's going to do is kick extra points. Fuck that. Tom Brady's going for touchdowns after touchdowns. And when he doesn't get those touchdowns, Gostkowski will kick it from the fucking 50 if he has to. Jesus. All right. Enough about my enormous victory against Classy Strippers, my divisional rival. There's a lot to be said about the East. I mean, everybody's above 500 in the East. Tough division. It's a minor setback for Classy Strippers, but don't let his score fool you. The guy's a good owner. Next on the list, we got Haters Get Des Nuts and Chicago Chalupas. Now, unfortunately, I'd picked Haters Get Des Nuts to win this game. I didn't expect Nick Foles to put up less than fucking 5 points. But, Jared Cook, I mean, it's like the Rams went on vacation. Exactly what happened. They went on vacation against Pittsburgh and could not put up any yards, let alone points. Chicago Chalupas gave Haters Get Des Nuts every opportunity to win this game. DeMarco Murray in the lineup with the goose egg. I was for sure that Haters Get Des Nuts would take out the former champion. But unfortunately, AP got 28. Not a whole lot when you're talking about AP, but the old man Larry Fitzgerald picked up 36. James Jones with a couple TDs. I mean, it's hard when everybody's clicking on Chicago Chalupa's team, it's going to be really hard to beat him. He might even put up over 200. He's the only one I think that could possibly put up over 200. Uh, but you got to get your shit together, get these Nets. If you want to compete in this league, I really thought you had a shot to take that, but Randall Cobb and Antonio Brown, you're gonna need some more. You're gonna need a little more firepower instead of that. So that was a miscue by me. Sorry. Let's move on to both up bitches and lazy pugs. Jeez, this matchup was pretty lopsided. I mean, the injury to Big Ben Roethlisberger probably secured this. I mean, Julio Jones is an absolute terror. 44.4 points. You can't really ask for much more than that. But an overall performance from Peyton Manning, Demaryius Thomas, and Brandon Marshall, along with Marvin Jones. I mean, that was a good flex play by Lazy Pugs. Again, another East owner that shouldn't ever be underestimated and will probably compete every week. So, I mean, even with a lackluster day from Gronk, still edged out 184 points. The backfield for Lazy Pugs is the only thing that keeps me kind of, second guessing his ability to stretch the season and make a honest run at the playoffs. It's really deep in the East. I gotta say he's probably the least of the East. That him and classy strippers rounding out the bottom. I don't know which one will, but it's gonna be a tight race. I actually had Lazy Pugs to win that both up bitches. I don't know if he has anything other than Julio Jones and Amari Cooper on his team. It's a really sloppy effort over there. He's desperately hanging on to the waiver wire, trying to use up all his money to see what he can do. I'm anxious to see how fast his money goes down. Moving on to Bo City against Flawless Victory. I actually had Flawless Victory winning this one because there's no way that a guy that made the playoffs last year could possibly fall to 0-3. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Andrew Luck, who is deemed questionable, we know that guy's going to play against Jacksonville. But, moving on. Odell Beckham, again, probably the most solid thing on his roster. Backfield looks a little tattered. And even the wide receivers. I mean, Andre Johnson throwing up donuts in the record. You're not going to win with the other old man, Steve Smith, damn near putting up a 50 burger. So you got Greg Olsen, dominating performance. I mean, Bull City had it all come together with the exception of his quarterback. Now, Phillip Rivers not going to get less than 10 points again. He had a really shitty day against Minnesota, but, you can't expect that. 182 points despite horrible play from his freaking quarterback and his kicker. That's, if Chicago can't get in the end zone or get in field goal range, your kicker's going to score 0 points. Fucking Chicago Bears look like, I don't know, the last episode of MASH. I mean, just get those guys out of there. Just get them out. Moving on. We're going to say, don't touch me there versus Polk High Panthers, king of the auto draft. I had Don't Touch Me There winning this game, and it's mainly because of consistency. I mean, LeGarrette Blount coming back, in addition to Tom Brady and Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, just constant consistency. Guy had Le'Veon Bell back. Get some. Bell put up terrific numbers. He's probably the favorite to win the Central Division. Polk High Panthers on auto draft. I don't know where you sit, guy. I mean, AJ Green puts up a 50 burger for you, and you got a lot of single digits in there, bro. I mean, Robert Quinn, the Jets, Mark Bryant. You got to expect more play from those. Those are 10-point positions. And you're getting mediocre points. But Marshawn Lynch, not being able to finish his game probably did you in. Vincent Jackson going up against that stellar secondary, which Julio Jones will have to face this week. So be prepared. any of those Julio Jones owners out there, bolt up, bitches. Get ready for you to score less than 100 this week. Now, the last game that I predicted, I had designated drunk drivers over 42. Now, 42, his team looks atrocious. I can see why he's trying to tap the waiver wire, trying to wheel and deal trades. His team is god awful. And if Matt Forte can't score you in the double digits, you're going to score, what you don't want. You're going to be fighting for dud of the week. So, but designated drunk drivers had one goose egg. Didn't need to worry about that as Jeremy Maclin, put up one of Kansas City's first touchdowns by a wide receiver, Devonta Freeman. He just torched the Cowboys all game long. I'm kind of curious if Romo and Dez affects the defense of the Cowboys. It has to, because they must be tired from all the fucking 3 and outs. That's gotta be it. So Carson Palmer rounding that off. I mean, Arizona looking real good. If the defense wasn't looking as good, I imagine Carson Palmer would look better. But it is what it is. DDD gets the victory like I foresaw. And that pretty much sums up last week, gentlemen. To go into further review, we got, our stud. I mean, there's no question who our stud is. Week 1, 99 problems, but you ain't one. Put up a miraculous 189 points to start us off with football and a high bar. Now, both the bitches came close. Got like 187. Rare stuff. But, to break the 189 barrier, 99 problems, but you ain't one hit over the 200 mark, and then eclipsed the 210 mark, and then vaulted over the 220 mark, just to careen into the 230 mark, right past it at 232. Good luck, fellas, trying to top that high score. That, my friend, is setting the bar high. Fantasy stud, 99 problems, but you ain't one. Hit me. Now, our Dudley is a close race between 42 and flawless victory. But considering flawless victory is winless, I gotta give flawless victory the dud of the week. Oh my God. You better get a win soon, bruh. You might just be dud of the week. I don't care if you play me and I score 250 and you score 249. As long as you got a 0 in the win column, bruh, you will be dud of the week. Now, most improved. That's kind of, it really wasn't a whole lot of improvement by last week's losers. I'm going to give my most improved to Bull City. I really think Bull City has adapted to the league. It's probably a league that, he's not really used to. And he has not only won 2 in a row, but he has eclipsed over the 180 mark, which a lot of you guys haven't. So I'm giving most improved again to Bull City. Congratulations, bro. Most improved 2 weeks in a row. Now, let's check out some of the action that's been carried on throughout the week. Mainly the free agent pool. As I gaze upon the free agent pool, I look at flawless victory, $92 remaining. Designated drunk drivers, $99 remaining. 99 problems, but you ain't won. $89 remaining. Bull City, $99 remaining. And there's a couple teams in the 80s. You know, even haters get Des Nuts is at 74. Then I get a little lower, and I see 42, $50. Then I go even lower, and I see Bolt Up Bitches, $40. You guys know we're coming into week 4, right? You're going to need this money during week 9, 10, 11, and into the playoffs. This money does not get replenished. Now, maybe some of you new guys didn't know that. You know, like, I don't know, Bull City or haters get Des Nuts, but at least they're managing their money adequately. Hell, Bull City's doing a great job. I guess if you're a winner, you don't need to dip into your free agent pool as much. So, I'm not saying don't pick up free agents, but geez, if you've already exhausted 60% of your funds in the first 3 weeks, you might be in trouble for that last, push in December. But, just a fair warning. This money does not come back for the playoffs or any other time. You hit 0, you stay at 0. Good luck with that. Now, this video is getting a little long, so I'm going to make my picks for next week. Easy peasy, right? Here we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, we'll start off with Bolt Up Bitches versus Designated Drunk Drivers. I gave this one to Bolt Up Bitches. Fuck, no I didn't. I gave it to Designated Drunk Drivers. There's no way Bolt Up Bitches is going to pull this win with Derek Carr at the helm, Jonathan Stewart questionable, and fucking Alshon Jeffries questionable. We know Julio's going to play. But Julio's going to go up against J. Joe and fucking that secondary in Houston. Good luck. They're going to game plan. They're going to watch film. And that's going to be who they shut down. Now, the running game might go off. Anybody with Devonta Freeman might actually want to start that guy this week. But he's still got to run past what? Get some. I'm giving this to Designated Drunk Drivers. Team solid all the way around. Gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Next on the list is Auto Draft Polka Panthers versus Haters Get Des Nuts. Now, I picked Polka Panthers to win this. I mean, I'll just keep picking him, and maybe he'll just keep losing. But Marshawn Lynch should get a heavy dose of carries on Monday against Detroit. I mean, they seem to be giving up oodles of fantasy points to running backs. Marshawn Lynch to have a wonderful day, along with A.J. Green and Russell Wilson. I just think Haters Get Des Nuts will have more production from his players than Haters Get Des Nuts. Polka Panthers will have more production. Next up, we'll have Flawless Victory versus Chicago Chalupas. Now, look at this. I have Chicago Chalupas, a team in the East, beating Flawless Victory. The consistency of Flawless Victory's team is that of a soup sandwich. I don't know. They don't even know if Andrew Luck, he's questionable. We know he's going to play against Jacksonville, but Jesus, could you imagine the backup in Indy torching Jacksonville's fucking secondary? That might be an interesting pickup. Now, as I said earlier, Flawless Victory's backfield is, more beat up than a stripper in downtown fucking Vancouver. So Chicago Chalupa should have a field day against Flawless Victory. Bull City versus Classy Strippers. Hopefully not from Vancouver. But I gave this one to Bull City. I just think Bull City is peaking at the right time. He's got some studs on his roster, and Calvin Johnson um, and Steve Smith, who probably gonna show his ass again against Pittsburgh. Anytime that guy plays a divisional rival, he shows his ass. So Bull City to get that victory over Classy Strippers. 42 versus Don't Touch Me There. I gave this win to 42. Now, why did I do that? I really don't know. But I'm calling this my upset special. Tyrod Taylor going up against Blake Bortles. I'm giving this edged out to 42. Should have a nice comeback victory with Matt Forte playing against that Oakland D. 42 for the victory. Now, our game of the week. Lazy Pugs versus 99 Problems. But you ain't one. I'm going to give this to myself with great reluctance. Lazy Pugs playing without Gronk. He's going to have Gronk every week after this. So I'm just fortunate I don't have to play him. But Peyton Manning and fucking Demaryius Thomas, between the two of them, probably looking at 60 points. My team is a little battered right now. I don't have LaShawn McCoy. I don't have my stud, Dion Lewis or Gostkowski. I'm trusting Indianapolis to score points against Jacksonville. I'm hoping that goes down. But with the Cardinals D and Aaron Rodgers, I just see myself edging Lazy Pugs out like I always do. Hit me. Those are my picks for the week. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and a pleasant weekend to come, at least for me. Maybe not Lazy Pugs, but good luck to you all. Hopefully we can have everybody in the win column this week, even though I don't see it. And, maybe you guys can probably score over 150 points. Some of you guys look awful. I don't expect everybody to get 200 like I did. I mean, come on. Not all of you guys got Aaron Rodgers on your team. Well, that's it, everybody. Appreciate everybody for watching. Good luck.